Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well on this kind of warm, what day is it? Thursday in Scotland. Just been out for a walk slash very light jog with the buggy. I wasn't planning on doing anything today other than a stretch, but I took the buggy out and thought, I haven't run with the buggy for ages, so I just did a little, maybe a mile jog, not very far. But hence the appearance here. I put my water in here just because it's handy with the buggy and I don't have to pull out the pocket. I've been thinking about content for my channel and the things that I enjoy doing and recording, and those are basically around food, sustainability and running. So I'm going to continue on with that unless I get further feedback about what other people are really interested in. And what I really wanted to document from a personal perspective more than anything, and it may be of interest, is that I have signed up to do my first ultra marathon. I have always had this on my bucket list. I've really wanted to do one for real, and I took the opportunity during lockdown to sign up for a virtual one. It's kind of like a gentler version because a usual ultra marathon would be over a condensed period. So it would be 100k over 2 days, which would be 62 miles, 30 miles roughly a day. And this particular ultra marathon I've signed up to is one that usually takes place in person. It's called Race to the Stones and anyone can sign up. I think there's 3 distances. There's half, there's a full marathon and there's an ultra, and it's over 7 days. So that would really appeal to me. So from the 6th of July to the 12th of July, I am going to fit in 100 kilometers. I took a while to figure out how am I going to split that up. Do I want to do like a bit each day, or do I want to do bigger, chunkier runs and have days off? So I've created a plan for myself. I am not so rigid that I'm going to be like, this is the only way I'm going to do it. There is support online, there's plans, there's tips, and there's all of these things. But I always find, as with any runs I do, that that's all very helpful and great, but I like to do it the way that works for me, how it's going to fit into my lifestyle. Obviously we have 2 little ones and my husband's still working, so I have to fit it in around all of that. So what I'm just going to talk about just now is just really like why I wanted to do it, how I've planned it, and then I'm going to document it over the course of the week. So I don't know, I don't think I'll be able to upload all the videos during next week, but I will record them all. And the idea is to just show the reality of running that distance and how I feel. I'm going to do some videos about the kind of snacks I make, my own energy balls, fuel, rest days, what I do on those, stretching and that kind of thing, and maybe a couple of what I eat in a day videos, depending on how we get on. So yeah, I think I'll just start with why run an ultra. I mean, who wants to run 100 kilometers or 62 miles? Like, why would you do that? I'm not entirely sure why everyone else does that, but for me personally, it's a physical and mental challenge. I absolutely love distance running. I find the longer I run, the more I am at peace and the more restful my mind becomes. And it sounds crazy, but running to me is sometimes a bit like meditation. I can completely zone out and eventually my mind goes blank. Well, not completely blank, but it's like I run out all my thoughts and then I have like almost like quiet in my mind, and I have a mental stamina, but I always feel before I do it that I won't be able to, and it's like evidence, and it proves to me that I can achieve things. It proves to me that what's the worst that can happen? I can stop, I can stall, I can take a day off, I can change my plan, but the end goal is still going to be the 100 kilometers and I'll do my best to get there. Like everything in life, running to me is evidence that I am capable and that I can do things. And at this moment in time, trying to like grow my business, I have a lot of self-doubt, and I feel like this will just help me to believe in myself a bit more, as well as be a really great fun exercise. I also have 2 friends that are doing it. One is doing the marathon distance and the other is doing the 100k, so I'm not going to be entirely on my own. It's going to be fun. You track it using an app. I think there's a various options of types of apps you can use to track the distance over the 7 days or 6 days. Well, I've worked out over 6. So yeah, I'll just quickly show you now that I've got to that what my plan actually is. So This is my plan, very simple. I just like a blank sheet of paper with the days of the week and what I'm doing each day. And then I tick off as I go. And I'll just show you this in a bit more detail. So this is my plan, and I plan to do the longer runs with friends. I'm going to run whilst my friend cycles on the Friday, and then Monday's going to be my first long run. I feel it's really important to just start off with one of the long distances for me, so I can prep for that. So I'll take Saturday and Sunday off from running, and then I will have fresh legs on Monday, and that will be one of my 20-mile runs. And the way I've split it up, which made sense to me, was to think of it as 3 20-mile runs, but there is an option if I feel up to it midweek to add in some miles so that my final run will be less on the Sunday. So that's what made sense. But 2 of these runs, definitely 20 miles, and then potentially that one will be shorter if I do something on these days. But I have tried to take at least one day, and see here, I could possibly do longer days off rather. So there's room for manoeuvre in that. But yeah, so I've got 20 miles Monday, 20 miles Friday, and then what's left on the Sunday. Hopefully only about 14 miles. And then I've written down the days that I'm going to do stretches too, and that is really it. So as you can see, it's a flexible plan, and I've tried to chunk it up so that it makes sense to me mentally, and that there's room for manoeuvre, and the long runs I can hopefully do at least part or some with a friend, whether that's on a bike or running alongside me. I'm really excited. I feel like this is something I've always wanted to do, and it's come along at this time for a reason. I was planning to sign up to one of their other runs. They've also got a couple of other ultra marathons later in the year, and the longest distance I've run to date has been a mini ultra, which was 28 miles. In one go, and that was a Northumberland endurance marathon. I'll link to that video here. That's the longest I've done, and I think that breaking it up this way over the course of the week will make it a lot easier, hopefully, fingers crossed. As long as I get like my fuel right, I have my rest days, I do my stretching. I'll probably go to the osteo or chiropractor somewhere during the week or at the end of the week, just to help with my, keeping me going, keeping the motor running, so to speak. So yeah, I hope this is going to be of interest and potentially inspire other people who want to start running, or maybe you already run and you've always fancied doing something like this. This is like breaking me in, because I do hope that I can do another proper ultra once the whole coronavirus thing has passed. And I had a marathon planned for October in Lisbon, but that's not likely to happen at all. This is what I'm going to be doing, and I'd love for you to join me. If you've got any questions or suggestions, have you ever done anything like this before? I'd love to know. And if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all soon.